these so-called gangster rappers who took Eminem's defense against your good brother, Dr. Umar Tunde.
You just want everybody to follow you because you're black, and that's what pisses me off when people do shit like that. He drooling at the mouth like, oh man, Umar loves black people. Like,
but what about all the other black women who are not being defended? We throw them right under the bus. I've never seen any of them defend black women the same way.
Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Drop a like, leave a comment, let me know you're in here. We finna have fun tonight. All right, y'all. We got a nice little video. Dr. Umar Johnson, you know, every black person's favorite guru, you know, Pan-Africanism all day, I guess. No, I'm playing, y'all. I don't know if y'all know, not too long ago, he had a take on the Joe Budden podcast where he said Eminem could never be the GOAT of hip hop because he's white and he's not African. And I guess he was unaware that was controversial, I guess. So he went on this podcast called, what did it say? The Art of Dialogue. Of course, I'll link it in the description if you want to see this section without my commentary, and then they'll have the full interview as well. But this section, he's going further to elaborate on his point about why Eminem can't be a GOAT of hip hop. So let's see if he makes some good points to make that case.
I got you. But I want to ask you, right? Because you made some comments about and you got a lot of backlash for that, man. How did you feel when you was getting all that backlash for the comments you made about Eminem?
You know, the Eminem controversy caught me by surprise because I didn't know that my position, like so many other positions that I have, would be considered controversial.
I feel like that's a cop-out. I don't know, that's a weird thing to say. Like, it's almost as egregious as saying Jay-Z could never be a GOAT. But even with you being, you know, all for black people and Pan-Africanism, nobody is sitting here thinking that Eminem isn't a great rapper within hip-hop. Like, it's a subjective thing in the first place. So whoever people feel like is the greatest, they're not wrong. It's just their opinion. You know, so for you to say he can't be is kind of like, says who? You know?
I was doing a podcast interview. The topic came up. I think it was Joe Budden who suggested Eminem may be one of the greatest. And I said he could never be considered the GOAT. If you want to say he's one of the greatest, make that argument.
It's like splitting hairs at that point, right? Like, come on, bro. It's like he can't be the GOAT, but he can be one of the GOATs. It's just like, well, at that point, he could be a GOAT if he's one of them, right? There's especially with something like music, it's room for everybody. It's never gonna be just one person at the top of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to music. So it's kind of like that's splitting hairs, if you ask me.
But you will not call him the GOAT of a black cultural icon, of a black cultural product. You're not doing that.
Why? Who are you? You don't even rap. Like, why are you trying to gatekeep a art form that you don't even partake in? As far as directly, like, yeah, you're a consumer, but you don't. How are you gonna gatekeep somebody else's craft, black or not? That's just my problem with him. He makes everything about race when it don't have to be. Like, it's just like, dog, people can do rap and not be black and be great at it, as we see with Eminem.
Our culture is our culture. We don't share it. If y'all want to give people...
What, since when? Who said that? Where did this rule come from? Don't we partake in other people's culture all the time? And hell, if a nigga down the block can make some Chinese food better than a Chinese restaurant, I'm gonna go to him.
Privileged to participate. than they have.
Especially if you give them the you acknowledge that you love the culture and you just want to be involved with it. You know what I'm saying? And Eminem has always given that respect to the people that came before him. So
Participation privilege. But you cannot be the face of something my people made.
why not? Is you only apply that logic for black people. This logic falls apart when you think about something like basketball. We weren't even allowed to play basketball. And then you have Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. So we didn't make that. We participated in it and ended up taking over. Doubt that'll ever happen with hip hop. But Eminem is just first of all, he is the sole white person out of the hundreds of rappers we've seen over the past 50 years. There's one white person out of the hundreds of rappers there are out there that has a name for themselves. It's only one white guy. That says something, right?
This is not only true for me, this is true for most groups. But because
Since when? No, like I just said, basketball, golf, football. I don't know. I don't think a black person started football either. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm assuming probably not. But if so, it doesn't take like golf. I know ain't no black person start golf. You got Tiger Woods. Some people will argue he's the best. You know what I'm saying? We didn't. Just because you don't invent something, don't mean you can't be great at it. Yes, it started in our culture, and other people loved it, and they took part in it too. And they can be the best at it. It just sounds like you're just saying that just so out of like to not get your feelings hurt. Is like, no, you can't be better than us because you white. We started this, so you can't be the best. That don't make sense.
black people suffer from post-traumatic slavery disease, and we crave white validation more than oxygen.
What? How did this become about white validation?
We are always looking to anoint some non-African as the face of something African people created.
I don't think anybody would even. I put Eminem as the best, the GOAT, but I would never make him the face of hip hop. And I don't even know if that's because I think maybe that is where culture will come from. Because if there's a Chinese chain that like, for example, nobody would say Taco Bell is the face of tacos. You know what I'm saying? The face of a culture will look like the culture, if that makes sense, if y'all get what I'm saying. The face of something 9 times out of 10 will represent where it came from. But at the same time, like I said again, you got something like basketball. It started with white people, and black people weren't even allowed to play. And now Michael Jordan is synonymous with basketball. Eminem is ingrained in the culture of hip hop. He's not going anywhere as far as what he's done for the art, for the culture. But when we talk about it, he's on the face of hip hop with a bunch of other people, but he wouldn't be the main person you go to first when you want to talk about hip hop, because the origin of it is about, it's black people doing what they do. It started with black people making it, it wasn't really involving white, and it wasn't that they couldn't do it though. And he's a part of the story of hip hop. He's there, bro. And you just got to live with that.
So when I said Eminem cannot be the GOAT, I never said he couldn't rap. I never said he didn't have talent. I simply said he can't be the GOAT.
Nobody said you
no more than DJ Khaled could ever be considered.
But look at the look how far we had to go from. We're talking about Eminem, and he had to go all the way to DJ Khaled to make his point, as if Khaled's in this conversation whatsoever. You was better off saying Vanilla Ice.
The GOAT as a DJ or producer, because you are not African.
That's just ridiculous. And I'll tell you why. First of all, him saying African is crazy because none of these people, hip hop didn't start from people born in Africa that were African. It was people that's born in America that are American. Yes, we have African roots in most cases, but these people are American, bro. They're American. Like, Africans aren't rapping about what Americans dealt with as black folks. Like, hip hop started with what black folks was dealing with in America. There wouldn't be a hip hop if we was all still in Africa, or at least it wouldn't be what it is right now. It wouldn't be what it is. Africans try to partake in American hip hop culture. So stop saying African. It's not African. This is American. And there's white people in America, which is why they can resonate with the culture on a deeper level.
So a lot of hip hop artists took offense. They came out of the woodworks with their unlicensed law degrees and served as Eminem's expert lawyer and publicist to the black world.
So he's going to guilt the same black people he say are the GOATs. He probably talking about some of the GOATs because there's people that defend Eminem that are considered great. So now he's gonna belittle them because they defended Eminem, who they recognize as somebody that's great within the culture that they're great in. He thinks he's the arbiter of who can say who can be the GOAT in rap. Whoever he loves probably think Eminem is the GOAT, or at least the top 3. Whoever his favorite rapper is.
And they defended that man better than Johnny Cochran defended O.J. Simpson.
Why is he saying that like they can't do it? Why are you acting like what you're saying right now is a matter of a fact versus just your opinion? He's not even saying this like, I just feel like a white man can't be the GOAT of hip hop. He's saying he can't. He's saying like, no, that's just what it is. And I think that's what a lot of people have a problem with.
And basically told me I have no right to speak on the topic because I am not a rapper. Nigga.
You can speak on it, but you're speaking matter-of-factly. That's the difference. There's 2 different things.
Bro, I don't have to be a drug dealer to speak on drug dealing. Yeah. I don't have to be a surgeon to speak on the racism that...
I don't even know if he ever really got that backlash, those words together like that as far as his criticism against him. But the way you're speaking on it is the problem. It's not that you're speaking on it. Yeah, you can have an opinion, sir, but
blacks suffer in the medical industry, and I don't have to be a rapper to speak on rap music, but as an African who grew up in hip-hop, as an African who partakes in hip-hop, as an African who is a safeguarder of all African culture.
And who told you that? And you keep saying African, like, I'm sorry, like, yes, we have African roots, but a lot of these people don't resonate or find themselves being able to relate to anything of African culture because hip hop was born in Black American culture. That's the thing. Like and this is a clash of 2 different ideas. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is because he feels how he feels about black people and Africanism and stuff. So it will never come to an agreement on that. But the reality is this culture is not associated with Africa. That's the thing. There's no relevance to Africa within hip hop, except for the fact that, you know, what they dealt with was due to slavery coming from Africa. But that's kind of a stretch to tie it directly to Africa.
I will speak on anything my people create and anything my people are affected by. And I'm just disappointed, brother. Because just like we talked about Snow Bunny Barkley and Snow Bunny Shannon and LeBron James earlier defending Caitlin Clark, we saw the same thing happen with the...
Why can't... Now, see, he's gatekeeping basketball too now? Now you're gatekeeping something we didn't create, huh? We didn't create basketball. We just the best at it. So now you gatekeeping that too. You're calling them defending snow bunnies because they defended Caitlin Clark. They love the fucking sport. People that love hip hop. So that's why a lot of hip hop heads love Eminem, because he is hip hop. And you're trying to gatekeep everything just because black people are great at it. What type of shit is that? Can y'all imagine a white person or a Hispanic person or an Asian person speaking like this? To like literally act like black people just can't be great or can't be defended by another race? He's literally trying to imply that they can't defend Caitlin Clark because she's white. Why can't they defend her if they love basketball and they see what she is literally changing what WNBA is and can be, and you are mad at them for defending it. That's crazy. And the WNBA, I'm sure, is mostly black as well. So what you trying to stifle the black women in the WNBA that can be great? If it's Caitlin Clark, it's Caitlin Clark. That's just what it is, bro.
These so-called gangster rappers who took Eminem's defense against your good brother, Dr. Umar Tunde.
You just want everybody to follow you because you're black. And that shit pisses me off when people do shit like that. So now basically this argument has come down to, I'm black, but you're defending Eminem, but you should be on my side because I'm black. Bro, are we supposed to be on your side if you commit a crime that is just blatantly wrong? Are we supposed to be on your side when you're wrong? You don't love people if you don't let them know when they're wrong. If I just follow you and I think you're wrong, or you are objectively wrong, and I just be like, fuck it, you black, how is that helping us? How is that helping anything that you want to do if you spitting bullshit and we don't correct you on it? I would think that's the sincerest form of care and concern and love.
And you know what bothered me the most about all of these rappers defending Eminem without him even asking them to?
Because they don't have, Eminem can't, he's white. He can't just say, no, fuck Umar. He can't do that. He can't, and you know that. So what do you mean without him asking? Why would Eminem go ask for another grown man to defend him? In your opinion, that's ridiculous.
Without him even paying for them to do it. What offended me the most about it, Art, I've never seen any of them defend black women the same way.
Shut the fuck up. Why? First of all, why are you pulling this dichotomy that you defended Eminem, but you don't defend black women? Are you kidding me? When Sandra Bland happened, everybody was coming to her defense. I don't know anybody that said the opposite. That everybody, when Sandra Bland happened, everybody was on her side. Celebrities too. What other incident? What can you give an example? I hope maybe he'll give an example. I'm jumping the gun.
Now, one of these rappers who defended Eminem against me, I never seen a single one of them defend black women as ferociously as they defended Eminem.
Defend them from what, sir? Defend them from what? Because now I don't feel like he's going to give an example, because what are you referring to? You're just saying that. Like, you can say that, but what do you, can I have an example? Did LeBron or did the game come out and defend Eminem, and then there was something with black women and he literally said the opposite or something? Like, what are we talking about? You need black women against what? Defend them about what? What are you saying?
What did I say earlier? Politically effeminate. Our gangster rappers are politically effeminate. Our basketball.
This nigga, look at him. He's making up terminology, not politically effeminate. What does that mean? It sounds like an insult. It sounds like an insult, because if women are expected to be feminine, so if they're feminine politically, women, I would think by nature, is politically feminine. Is it an insult to be a woman that is politically inclined to do certain things because she's a woman? Is that an insult? Are you defending black women, or are you insulting them now?
Ball players, NFL players, politically effeminate whenever it comes to holding white people responsible for appropriating black culture. Here comes the gangster rappers to defend their white Jesus. Here comes the basketball players.
Holding them accountable for what? He didn't do anything. You said it. Eminem didn't do anything. So why are you? Oh, I gotta show y'all something. Look, this is pretty cool. Y'all see Sonic with the time? Yeah.
Players to defend their white Jesus. It's absolutely insane. Black celebrities
white
never.
Jesus. If you would have said the same thing about a black person, they would have jumped down your throat just as well.
Defend us. They never
Wait,
defend.
what?
Absolutely insane. Black celebrities never defend us. They never defend Black America, but whenever white
You're lying. You're lying. Trayvon Martin, Philando Castile. What do we talk, bro? You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You are lying. Black celebrities defend what is defensible. I don't know if you think your perception of morality and what's worth defending may be it is very different because you're an extremist, sir. You're very much so an extremist. So for you to act like because people don't align with you, they don't care about black people, that's insane. I would never tell somebody to go the Umar route if you want to do more and do better for black people because you're extreme.
folks are offended by Black people, they're the first people to pop up.
He can't give no names. He ain't giving no examples. He's just speaking. I've never seen. And he says it so emphatically and niggas just be drooling at the mouth like, oh man, Umar loves black people. Like,
you to DJ Vlad, Culture Vulture, DJ Vlad. Culture Vulture, DJ Vlad, after that interview I did with Joe Budden, Culture Vulture, DJ Vlad brought all these rappers on his platform and celebrities. And he asked everybody, do you agree with Dr. Umar? He said Eminem could never be the GOAT of hip hop. And I think 99%, if not 100% of these celebrity black men defended Eminem and reinforced the integrationist colorblind narrative that anybody can be a GOAT of hip hop.
so tell me, Umar, if 99% of the people you're talking about within this given culture say that you're wrong, you're telling me that you still think that you're in a position to say y'all don't know what y'all talking about. I could never fathom a day I walk into a fucking football locker room and tell these niggas like, all of y'all are wrong. No black person could be the best football player ever. Because y'all didn't make it. Sorry. Now, who wants to debate? Everybody raise their hand. You're wrong, and they giving all their reasoning. You're wrong because of this, that, and the third. This is what I love, this is what I do, and then this is what happened, this is the history, this is the culture, this is why, this is what we do, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all of you, I don't care. You're wrong. Because I care about black people.
Hip hop is for everybody. Do you know we the only people who claim such things? You can't go into somebody else's culture and hear them say, we invented this for us. But anybody can steal it, use it, exploit it, misappropriate it, and we won't have a problem with it. Only when it comes to black people.
Is he kidding me? The way the fucking anime culture is appropriated in America, sir? Are you serious? You think they tell these niggas don't cosplay us? There's no person in anime, there's no creator, there's no godfather, uncle, the people that from the ground that started the first anime that ever got made. They are not running around saying that black people can't participate in this. And we love that shit. So Can you please give examples? You're speaking on everything so broadly. There's not one example yet. You have not given a real hardcore example. You're just saying things.
Can you come in, exploit, appropriate, take advantage of something we made for?
Where is the exploiting? Who's exploiting? Eminem literally grew up in this shit. I put my life out. No, I ain't gonna go that far. I will put all the money I have in my account right now on Eminem knowing more hip hop history than Umar. And if you disagree, you're not being honest. I'm sorry. I guarantee Eminem knows more about hip hop than Umar. He always recognized himself as a student.
Us! And everybody's supposed to be okay with it.
Yes.
And on that note of Culture Vulture DJ Vlad, he got checked recently because there was a conversation about the Drake Kendrick Lamar beef.
This was weird. Vlad tweaked because he went too far, but he had a right to have a fucking opinion. Let's see if he tells this story honestly. The story is Vlad simply said he wishes that the Not Like Us the beat was what he say, cleaner, or he basically said he felt like it didn't get mastered. It just didn't sound clean enough. And Vlad, that's what he does. You know, he's DJ, so his ear is probably a little different than the common person. So Vlad said he just wished it was cleaner. It didn't sound as clean as it could be or whatnot. And then a black teacher from a college said, you don't need to speak on this because this is black stuff. We don't need your opinion. As if he said something about it being racial or anything like that. He had more expertise on the opinion he gave than her, I'm certain. So for her to tell him, an accomplished person that's involved in hip hop culture, that he can't have an opinion on a beat is crazy. He went too far trying to like tag her university and get her fired and shit like that. Vlad definitely went too far, but she was wrong for telling him he can't have an opinion as if he's not invested in hip hop culture. That's wild. Because at this point now it's just racist. You're saying that non-black people can't participate in any capacity in this art form, even though they've dedicated their life to it. Even though we do country music, we do different types of music too, sir.
Drake Kendrick Lamar beef.
Let's see if he tells this honest.
Twitter conversation going on, and a black female professor from Princeton, whose name I am forgetting, she checked Culture Vulture DJ Vlad, and she said, "You're white."
Why didn't he say what Vlad said? That should say everything you need to know about how dishonest this man is being right now. He literally omitted what Vlad said and just said she checked him. Why did he get checked, sir? What did Vlad say in order to have to be checked?
This is a black conversation. Stay out of it.
And how is it a black conversation when I bet you Umar will argue that Drake ain't even black, bro? He would argue that Drake ain't black. Drake is in hip hop, one of the most recognizable names, one that will go down as one of the biggest artists in hip hop ever. And you talking about this is a black conversation. Drake mixed. You say you be acting like, well, I guess he said what Omar's stance is, if you are mixed and part of you is black and you claim it, then you're black. But if you don't claim it, then you're not black. That's what he say. So I guess because Drake claimed being black, he'll consider this a black issue.
Those are not her exact words. I'm paraphrasing. But she basically told him, this is a black conversation. You white, stay out of it.
So why aren't you saying what did Vlad say? That matters. That matters, Umar. You think you could just leave that out and nobody gonna notice the bullshit you say?
Vlad, with all of his white privilege,
Vlad's not
took
even
offense to that,
fucking white,
and he
bro.
responded
Vlad ain't white.
to her.
He's not. Well, his name is Vlad. Ain't he Russian? I'm finna see. I feel like Vlad is Russian. Let's see. Ukrainian American. I was wrong as hell, but that's not the point. Vlad is Ukrainian. He's not white.
By including Princeton University in the tweet. So he was basically
Vlad tweaked for that shit, for sure.
Bringing it to the attention of Princeton University that one of your black professors is telling me I don't have the right to participate in this private black conversation regarding this beef between these two rappers. Now, to be honest, he did apologize later.
Yeah.
But of course he's going to do that because you have
No. Don't take that from him that he apologized because his actions was wrong. Did that Princeton teacher apologize for even saying that? You still have not told the people that don't know this story that Vlad only critiqued how clean the beat sounded. That's not even a critique on them beef. He would have a little bit more leeway if he was talking about, yeah, these rappers need to stop beefing, because black people, the gang violence and blah, 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 and they're killing each other. If that's what Vlad critiqued, this would be a little bit more understandable, but it's not.
Have no right exploiting black culture and at the same time trying to get one of our black women fired. But guess what? When Vlad threatened to get that woman's job taken, when he threatened to make it known to her employer, Princeton University, that she told him he couldn't participate in that conversation on the Drake Kendrick beef. I didn't see a single rapper come to that sister's aid. I didn't see a single.
The issue is it's hard to care as much because she was in the wrong initially. Vlad tweaked, but they can't come around and turn around and say something. Hell, they was probably silent because she was wrong for even saying that to him. I think any sane person would understand that what she did was wrong. I don't think, and Umar's not sane to me. He's not a normal person. So, however you feel is how you feel, sir. But they couldn't speak up and protect her when she initiated this conversation and was wrong with the way she went about it. So they can't turn around and then defend her because he threatened her job when she caused this whole interaction in the first place and was in the wrong to do it.
Single one of those celebrities who get interviewed on DJ Vlad's platform come to that.
Y'all, like, I'm telling you, like, even your favorite people, you got to critically engage with the shit that they do and say, because there's no way that you could watch this and be like, oh yeah, Vlad, Umar, you right. Like, you right. Because you just literally never, you said she checked him for his opinion. So this basically means you said your argument at this point is you don't even give a fuck what he said. He can't speak on anything, even though he has one of the biggest platforms known to man on hip hop.
That sister's aid and say, you can't do that, bro. We let you participate in our culture. We can dismiss you from our culture. How dare you make millions off of black culture and then try to get one of our women fired from a prestigious Ivy League job? Are you out of your mind?
You're so passionate, but you didn't tell the whole story.
Not one of them Negroes spoke up for me.
And I swear to God, y'all, I didn't see this video. So for me to know that he was not going to tell this story honestly, fam, dude is wild. That's wild. He just literally just ignored what the interaction was about. Just said she checked him. It's basically saying like Vlad can't speak on hip hop, even though he has one of the biggest hip hop platforms, period.
Black women. And this is why, Art, I understand why our sisters have so much contempt for us. We can defend DJ Vlad.
Always got to find a way to take it into, because even to say, oh, we can defend Eminem, we can defend Vlad, we can defend Vanilla Ice, but the black women gets no defense. Sorry, what do they need defense from? Because if it was something to defend, I am 1,000% sure that people en masse are defending black women when there's something that's indefensible. Wasn't that girl black and people was defending her? I could be wrong. I might pull this up later on, but I'm not going to do it right now. I might put it up on the screen if I can find it. But that woman that was black, that was held captive as a prostitute against her will when she killed her attacker, and she got sent to prison, and everybody was saying no, she shouldn't have got arrested. I believe she was black, and I forgot her name. Her name was recognizable. It's escaping me right now, but everybody was defending her. It was like technically what she did was illegal, but black people was like, no, man, like fuck that. She was held against her will being a prostitute, and she killed her pimp. Oh man, people went out in droves defending her.
We can defend Eminem. We can defend DJ Khaled. We can defend
DJ Khaled ain't did nothing.
Caitlin Clark. But what about all the other black women who are not being defended? We throw them right under the bus.
Defended from what? What are you referring to? Defended from what? Do you want us to defend them for existing? What are you talking about?
I cannot take issue with the black woman being so angry at the black man because we are not unapologetic in defense of our women. But I want to draw a parallel.
And I guarantee you this interviewer is not going to question him at all. Like, well, what do you want them to defend black women about? And all he's going to do is name a statistic that kind of like you can't directly do anything. Like, black women is the least married. And it's like, what do you want? I don't know. Like, black men mostly marry black women. So where do we go from here? Black women are the least desired. I don't know what men can do about that besides marry them, which they do mostly. Black men mostly marry black women. So what do you want? We can't tell everybody, hey, y'all need to start being attracted to black women. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you saying?
I want to draw a parallel.
Are we gonna get a real life example?
Beyonce
Okay.
just came out with a country music album, Cowboy Carter. First time in country music history that a black person charted #1 on the Billboard country music chart. First time ever.
Okay.
Beyonce's first country album, she charts first place Billboard country music.
I hope that's true.
Did you see the reaction from the country music community?
Sorry.
They threw Beyonce under the bus.
I don't think that's
They
true.
threw
I
Beyonce
think a
under
singular
the
person
bus.
did. I don't think that's
Not
true.
just the fans, the artists. The artists threw Beyonce under the bus. They were all over TikTok, all over Twitter, all over Instagram, talking about why she can't stay her butt in the ghetto. These are the comments. Why can't she stay in the ghetto? And we don't allow you to come dressed and have clothing. You got to.
Beyonce was #1 on Billboard 200 with Cowboy Carter. Wait, but he said the country section as if like he said it. Beyonce gallops in at #1 on the Billboard 200 album debuting. So she was #1 on the Billboard, period. But he said it like it was specifically country. So this is more so about Beyonce's power. It's not even about country. See, full of shit. Let me see. Okay, wait. Let me make sure. Let me make sure if I speak too soon. The Houston-born singer became the first black woman, to top the Billboard country albums. Okay, the first black woman. Okay. So she did chart at. I think that's more of a Beyonce power, and people within. That's just saying that white people accept it, isn't it? You probably naming some artists, and it's only a handful of artists. When you talk about the whole population, there's only a handful of them that's gonna say something, and they're trying to gatekeep their shit, but it didn't work. You should be happy of what Beyonce accomplished. That's an accomplishment for black people, and despite what they said, it still happened. That means white people en masse don't agree because black people, we 13% of the population, so we ain't the ones that made her go #1 solely. A lot of black people don't care for the album. So what are we talking about, sir?
Cover all your body.
Even the most hardcore Beyonce fans, I bet all of them didn't buy this album. And even if they did, this album probably is gonna perform the weakest for black people that love Beyonce and what she does. This will probably be the weakest performing album for Beyonce. So that means white people are okay with what she did.
Body up. And why isn't R&B and pop music enough? Why you
Because
got
Beyonce's always gonna chart. Damn, they're probably at #1. So all you're doing is a self-report of how you don't even understand how these numbers work. Beyonce always is charting. And a country album charted that I think I'm not saying no black people like it. I'm saying a lot of black people don't care about this album for real. This is not getting the same attention Renaissance got. This is not getting nowhere near the attention Lemonade got.
to come and pollute our music? I want you to see the contradiction here, Art. When I said Eminem can't be the GOAT, hip hop's most popular.
And I don't think it was a bunch of white people that was rallying against Beyonce. I don't even think it was a lot. I think it was a few, if any. Let's see.
The rappers came out and tried to chastise Dr. Umar in defense of Eminem. But when Beyonce came out with the Cowboy Carter album as #1 for black artists, those white country musicians and their fan base attacked Beyonce vehemently. They tried to destroy that sister's credibility in the country music world, even though the roots of country music go to the slave plantations of America.
We did everything. Black people made everything. We made jazz, we made bread, we made country music, we made rock music, we made alternative rock. We made EDM. We made dubstep. We made synth. We made everything that you hear on your ears. Black people did it. According to Umar, he'll tell you we did everything. He'll tell you we made every single thing known to man in some way, shape, or form. And then a white person came and took it from us. That's the story, and he's sticking to it.
The country music, the guitar, and all of that was born on the plantations.
I'm not even saying he's wrong in this one in particular, but he'll tell you we made everything.
Ancestors slaved themselves. So we're enslaved, not themselves, but we're enslaved. So Beyonce has every right to get into country music. But guess what? They consider that their territory. And had white people invented country music art, I would have no problem with them telling Beyonce to stay out of our music. Because we want the best person in this genre to be one of us. I would have no problem with it. The only problem with it is we actually invented country music, not white folks. But had they invented it, I would respect their decision and tell Beyonce, leave their music alone. But because we invented country music, Beyonce has all the right in the world to make a country music album if she wants to. It's the double standard. Everybody has a right to exploit Black art. Everybody has a right to appropriate Black art. Everybody has a right to take advantage of Black art. But let you try to infiltrate their art. Let you try to infiltrate their culture. They will reject you and send you back to where you come from. We have to accept everybody. Nobody has to accept us.
There you have it, folks. Umar with the bullshit once again. No, man, but let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this. How y'all feel about Umar, how y'all feel about the Eminem statements he made or whatever. You know, y'all know I'm always going to be willing to engage whether you agree or disagree with me in the comments. It's all good. I ain't tripping. But yeah, Umar just, the race baiting is crazy. The race hustle is at a new level with this one. He literally was just being dishonest about the story between that professor and DJ Vlad. He's only applying this standard for hip hop with Eminem and white people only with hip hop, but Black people excel the greatest is things we didn't create. So it's just a bunch of dishonesty to go around. So let me know how y'all feel in the comments, man. Catch y'all in the next one.